Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited to be back after, I think, 20 years. So today I will be showing you how I created this very beautiful lived-in caramely vibes. We added 2 rows of extensions, curled it, and it looks so good. How are you feeling?
I love it so much.
So excited. I have not seen her in 3 or 4 years. She went to Denmark.
Crazy.
Very crazy. But she's here for the holidays, so we had to, you know, spice it up for her. If you want to see how to recreate this look, stay tuned. So this is a short clip of the consultation that we had. I wish I could show you guys it, but there's so much background noise, and then with the music at the salon playing, it was just super loud that you couldn't really hear mine or her conversation for what she wanted with her hair. But to kind of go over what she talked about, she wanted a little more dimension in her natural hair. She has 2 rows of extensions in currently to add the dimension for her, but it just wasn't enough, so she wanted to do a balayage, a very dimensional one, but still super low maintenance, so that she could still grow it out. And she moved to Denmark, like we said in the beginning of the video, so unfortunately she doesn't come to the US that often to get her hair colored, because she doesn't really trust anybody in Denmark to do that for her, just mainly her root color. So she was telling me how she wanted a shade darker on the root, but then also have more dimension throughout her natural hair, and then wanted the extensions to kind of do the rest of the work for her to give in that more lived-in vibe. So here we are, just taking out her extensions really quick. She had 2 rows, 1 shorter row and 1 long row. I asked her prior to the appointment if she wanted 2 rows like how we used to do it before she moved, and she said she wanted it more like that because she wanted more fullness in the front. But also in Denmark, she said it's a little humid, or it gets crazy for her hair to maintain, if you will. So she wanted it super layered in the front so that she didn't have that much hair around there, but she still wanted it full throughout. So we just made what we could with what we had. So here we are, just trimming her hair really quick. Sorry for the blurs that come throughout. I don't know why I did it, but it did. Um, but we are trimming her hair. I asked her during the consultation if she wanted some layering throughout. She said yes, so that's what we are doing. She also wanted some curtain bang vibes, but not as heavy as they normally are. She was kind of skeptical about doing it, so we eased into it for sure. By the end of her coloring process, that's when she was kind of like, okay, I think I want it a little bit heavier, which later on you will see that we do. But for now, we are just doing what she's comfortable with as far as layering and trimming. Alright, so what we have right here is 5N with Color Gels Lacours from Redken. I'm just going to be using that with 10 volume because she wants a deeper base. And then I'm going to be using Blonde Me with 20 volume. I don't have to lift her too much, I just don't have anything lower of a volume right now. Mira? Mira? Alright, so with the Blonde Me lightener, I am using about 30 grams of the powder, which I always do. Well, it's a bit too much. Stunning. And then of course my 20 volume, and I use about 80 grams of this. Oh, I guess it's 90 today. Let's get started. So normally when I am doing a root and a balayage at the same time, I don't like to put the root color everywhere first and then do the lightning. I like to section and apply as I go, like I did here. You can see that top half is sectioned away, and now I'm applying the root color to, her roots before I actually start applying the lightener here. So there's no specific way I'm sectioning this entirely. Around the hairline, I am going a little bit heavier because I want it, like as a money piece, brighter around the hairline, but nothing crazy. Like I'm still keeping it very dimensional, keeping my subsections pretty thick. But again, around the hairline, I did do it a little thinner, just so that it is a little bit brighter. Also, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm using the embossed roller thing by Framar, and later on you will see I end up actually hating this thing. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I know so many people that love it, but I do not. So I eventually just switched into just the regular pop-up foils that Framar has. Also, I just want to say really quick, I'm sorry if you could tell that I have been sick. I'm barely getting out of being sick. So if you could hear it in my voice, my apologies. I am doing the best that I can. I've been wanting to edit this for a long time, but I couldn't because I basically had no voice and it's barely coming back. So just ignore that. But also, thank you for watching. And just wanted to throw out there really quick, as you can see, one, my camera angles are the worst. It's my first time being back in a while. I will figure this out eventually. Give me time. But two, as I start to move up the head, I just kind of apply as I go as far as that root color. And then balayage as I go. I did end up rinsing her back out way sooner than expected because her hair was lifting like way easier than I thought it would. So with that, I only rinsed out her ends, not the root color, because no matter what, I'm gonna make sure that root color sits on for the full 45 minutes. Like I want it to do its thing. But again, her ends were lifting like way faster than I was even wanting it to, which is to be expected with 20 volume, but I was kind of hoping for the best. But I rinsed out the ends, sat her back up, put her back in the chair, and then let that root process still. And I put a treatment on her ends, which was the Balayage acidic milk rinse. I brushed everything out as far as the teasing goes because it's easier with that on. And then I kind of let the root color just be like my root smudge so that later on when I do her actual root smudge, it doesn't need to be as long of a processing time. The main processing time as far as that went was the toner because again she lifted way easier than I was anticipating. And as I move to the sides, I'm not doing anything special. I'm just doing diagonal back sections. I'm taking a pretty thick weave, but not enough to get a lot of hair into the foils because again, I still want to keep this very dimensional. And for the money piece area, all I did was one slice and then one weave. So 2 foils max for the money piece area, because again, we want to keep it settle, but something to kind of like lift up her face, if you will. As you can see, we already applied her roots around the money piece, or at least where I know I'm going to be putting the money piece. I didn't go as low as the rest because I still wanted this area to pop a little bit more. With every client that I have that is getting extensions, especially brand new hair, I know we all love the feeling of fresh, brand new hair, but I always like to wash the client's hair so that they get the full experience of the hair as far as how it feels after even washing, how it curls, and like the thickness and things like that. Since all hair extensions, brand new, come with like a plastic silicone on top of them. So here I am just washing them really quick. I wash them about 2 times and then condition like normal, and then I get to blow drying them before her hair is actually done. Alright, so for the root, I decided to go in with 5N, 4NB with 6NB. This is just to make a 5NB. And Shades EQ. Just using the processing solution with it. So whenever I'm doing a root smudge, I always make sure I start in the front and never the back. I feel like the front needs a little more processing time than the back does. It could be just like in my head, but I always feel like every time I start in the back and move on to the front never takes the way I want it to, but the back does no matter what when I start in the front. So again, it could be in my head, but this is how I've always done it, and this is what works best for me. So again, just making sure I always start in the front and doing the back after, just to make sure everything takes the way I want it to. For the toner, which I forgot to film mixing, it is 6GI, 7NB, 7NCH, and 6GB. And for the toner, it did sit for about 20 minutes. I did have to go in and tone again with a darker shade because it wasn't going the way I was hoping for it, which I ended up using 6GI and 6GB by itself. This compliments you so well.
It's
So look. She's a brand new woman. I play with it all day, but now I get these occasions. So now we are installing her extensions. We did 2 rows. We are doing the rare bead on her, but unfortunately I can't show you what that entirely looks like because we do plan on teaching this later on in the year. We are so excited about how everything is looking. You can see how beautiful it looks when she does pick it up. Right now we are just cleaning any excess hair that we picked up with during the stitching process, but nonetheless it looks so beautiful. We love how it turned out and how the color matches so well. We are super stoked. So now we are curling the hair. We already did the blending process as far as her extensions go. If you want a more in-depth detailed video of how I like to curl my client's hair, just let me know down in the comments below and I will get on that ASAP. But the color just turned out so beautifully. We are so excited. It's going to grow out so nicely for her, especially while she's in Denmark for the next couple of years again. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments below what you guys do want to see in the near future. I do plan on doing this way more than I used to. I have this newfound motivation. I'm super excited about it. But here are the end results. Again, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is Ricky Loves Balayage. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next YouTube video.